Hello and welcome. Welcome to Schema Business School at the Raleigh US campus. My name is Dr. Sharon Skembry and I'm very pleased to be your instructor for this course on strategy in spring 2020. So this short clip is going to give you an introduction of me and an introduction to the course. To tell you some about myself, let's see. I've been teaching for nearly 25 years and I've taught in Australia, in England, in Hong Kong and the US. I have my accent's from Australia and I have been in the US for nearly 8 years. This is my second semester at Schema Business School. I've traveled the world and presented my research throughout the world at many different conferences. And I have more than 50 publications. I'll tell you more about my research throughout the semester, but basically my research focuses on healthcare and service quality, brand strategy, brand culture, brand experience, as well as consumer experience. One of my current research topics is on American food consumption. There's a topic, right? Anyway, let me tell you some about the course. All right. Okay, so there's 2 sections in this course. They run Tuesday and Wednesday, 1:30 to 4:20 p.m. All right, and my office hours are also Tuesday and Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, or you can email me for an appointment. I'm pretty easy to get a hold of. So the course is designed as a hybrid course. We're going to have chapter readings from the textbook that we'll be working from. That textbook is Thompson, Pederaff, Gamble and Strickland, published in 2019. The title of that textbook is Crafting and Executing Strategy. It's the 22nd edition and it's published by McGraw-Hill. Now, the important thing there is that it's the 22nd edition, right? We're using this textbook because these guys have been revising this material 22 times. And so this is a very popular textbook and it makes sure that we cover the basic content, the basic theories and principles on strategy. Okay, so we're going to have chapters assigned each week and you'll be provided with seminar summaries. We're going to cover 6 case studies and we're going to complete a business simulation. I'm going to do a separate recording to give you a summary about that business simulation. All right, so watch this space, right? All right, we're going to cover the fundamental concepts of strategic management, strategic analysis, and action. The assessment is going to include individual assessment to show theoretical comprehension, and we're also going to work in teams to demonstrate theoretical application. All right, so in terms of commitment each week, think about it like this. A full-time week has about 40 hours in the week. If full-time students complete 15 credit hours a week, that means for every 3 credit point course, like this course, you should be working a total of 8 hours. Now, given that we've got about 3 hours of contact each week, that means there's 5 hours outside of class time that you need to dedicate to work that's part of this course. Okay, so 3 contact hours every week, that means 5 outside hours from you. And that includes, those 5 outside hours might include individual work as well as group work. In terms of learning objectives for the course, we're going to learn to think strategically, we're going to learn to conduct strategic analysis and gain a stronger understanding of competitive challenges in the global marketplace. We're going to learn to craft business strategy. We're going to learn to function effectively as part of an organizational strategic management team. We're going to integrate different parts of the business model and we're going to create results-oriented action plans. We are also going to emphasize ethical practices, sustainable business and socially responsible management principles throughout. Okay, now with regards to the textbook, Thompson et al. 2019, please don't buy that textbook. Please instead register at www.glo-bus.com, and that website is provided in the course syllabus for you. Go to that website, register, and enter the code that I will provide to you via email. I will be emailing you, so you need to be checking your email regularly. All right, so go to globus.com, GLO-BUS.com, and enter the code. Throughout the semester, I'm going to provide to you material online as well as face-to-face, okay? So while most classes will be conducted in the traditional face-to-face format, you will be provided digital content, and some assessment will also be completed online. All right, so you're also expected to prepare material prior to each class. The syllabus gives you a detailed schedule of what topics will be covered when, and you're expected to prepare prior to each class. In terms of assessment, there'll be an individual presentation weighted at 10%, which will be a 3 to 5 minute presentation, and what you're doing there is drawing from media sources of evidence of whatever theory we're covering that week. All right. After the first class, I'll share a Google document so you can nominate which week you want to present. But basically, whichever week you present, your presentation will be on the theory that'll be covered in that week. Okay, so you need to look at the schedule, to look at the topics, to figure out which week do you think you want to present, and then nominate that date in the Google document that I will share after the first class. The major piece of assessment is the completion of the business simulation. We're going to do that over a period of 8 weeks. At the end of that 8 weeks, you're going to submit a written report, which is a 3-year strategic plan, and you're going to do a group presentation. All right, so you're going to work in teams of 5 to complete this business simulation, and I'm going to randomly assign people to those groups. You will have the opportunity to evaluate each other's performance in that group work, and in the strategic plan that's part of this business simulation will be due March 22nd and weighted at 20%. The presentations will take place weeks 13, 14, and 15, and each team will nominate which of those 3 weeks they want to present, but all teams will submit their PowerPoint presentation April 3rd. The presentation is also weighted at another 20% of your final grade. The remainder of your assessment, which is about 60%, is taken up with weekly end of chapter assessments. There's 9 weekly end of chapter assessments. These will be completed online via globus.com, and each of those is weighted at 5%. Your first assessments are due at the end of week 3. Alrighty, I mentioned at the beginning of this recording that I'm pretty easy to find and to keep in contact with. You're welcome to visit my office during office hours or email for an appointment if the 10 to 12 noon doesn't suit you. You can call me. My number is listed in the syllabus, stated in the syllabus. You can email me. You can also find me on LinkedIn, and if you're aiming to have a professional career in any way, shape or form in the business world in the near future, then you need to have a LinkedIn profile. So I'll be looking forward to connecting with each of you. You can also find me on Twitter, and you will note that on Twitter I use hashtags to tweet about whatever theory we're covering that week, and much in the same way demonstrating what evidence is in the media of whatever theory that that you might be presenting on for your individual presentations. All right, so take a good look at the syllabus. Definitely be aware of what content is being covered in what weeks. Register on globus.com, and I look forward to working with each of you throughout the semester.